Welcome everybody, those in Abingdon, those in Oxford, those further afield. And we're delighted to welcome Rana Ibrahim as our speaker tonight. She's an archaeologist, an Iraqi archaeologist, who after studying in Baghdad has also studied at Newcastle University for an MA in Museum Studies. And the current project that she's working on is with Iraqi women who are based in Oxfordshire. And the project is helping them to capture their oral stories of war survival through art. And the culmination of that will be an exhibition in Oxford and another one in Didcot, which are both happening in the near future. But we look forward to hearing what Rana has to say to give us an overview of her own commitment to the project and the how it is operating at the moment, and to give us more information about the opportunities both in Oxford and in Didcot for deepening our knowledge of the areas that she's drawing to all our attention. Rana, you're very, very welcome. And after Rana has spoken for 25 minutes, something like that, then we'll ask anyone who has questions or wants further information about anything that she'd said to just join in the discussion afterwards. But Rana, very welcome. Over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, and hello everyone, and thank you very much for all your support and being here in this time as well. 8 o'clock, I think, is dinner time for someone, but thank you for being here and attending the talk. Yes, I want to start the talk with a short film, 1-minute film, just to share the screen here, and I will share the screen with my website. So just a minute, I will do this now. So as you can see, my behind me is IWAW, which stands for Iraqi Women Art and War. It's the logo, and this logo it's made with the women in my group, and we all went happy with it. So just to say, to share the website. So as you see as well, you can all the activity done through this project, which is 3 years project. So I will start with this one, the talk, the video. Please listen. Thank you. My name is Rana Ibrahim. I'm the founder for Iraqi Women Art and War Group, a project set up to bring Iraqi women voices via art. The idea of the group was like to meet like regularly once a month to do workshop. Through this art workshop, we get to know each other better, sharing stories. It's just listening to them.
I'm not going to paint it because I don't know. I'm not going to drink it because I don't know.
I'd go home and we'd do some with the children, and I'd tell them all the stories that they told me. And you know, my little girl would draw pictures of like superhero women, and I'd be like, yeah, that's it. That's who they are.
Yes, so this is really the short video for what is it, Iraqi Women Art and War, and the exhibition of ordinary things as well. As you can see here, we have different projects we've been doing through the start of the project in 2017. When I joined the Museum Association Transformers Diversity Program. I've joined them, and I was able to really introduce myself and my identity through their project. And the seed of a 1-year project with the Museum Association is this one, Iraqi Women Art and War. And then I start the journey. And I want to thank the women join now from my group, Lubna and Tawhida, and the rest they couldn't maybe join, but is with their support and help, I managed to build the group of women. I started with the mapping Iraqi women in Oxford, and it's very hard. It wasn't really easy. And the project started build on this when I managed to apply for the Art Council England funding, and they did fund us to build on the exhibition called Of Ordinary Things. And this is the page here for you to see. There is a lot of objects we use and we made together through art. Before the lockdown, we joined together in a workshop and we build on the artwork. So like this map, you can see here, it's a big map of Iraq, and build on some memories from us where we were in Iraq, different memories. And you can see, this is a close one, is all stitched together, and there is representing us. This map is not finished yet. So the idea of having this object in the exhibition is to attract more Iraqi people who I haven't managed to mapping them, to come and build on this map by telling us more about their ordinary life in Iraq during the, I'm talking in era of 1980s and 1990s and 2000, before I left Iraq in 2003. I left Iraq 2000 actually, and I went just for 2 years following my husband, but in Malaysia, but we didn't know that World War started in 2003. So we had to come in England instead of going back, unfortunately. So this is, I want to play another film for you here to see, which is only maybe 6 or 7 minutes, which is only a wall of memory, which is part of the exhibition, will be running in Museum of Oxford in April. So you can have a taste, what is it to the exhibition, and also maybe you can ask me question after you see this film. So I'll play now this film.
Wall of Memories.
جدار الذكريات.
Artists Rana Ibrahim and Claire Davis discuss and move artwork around a white wall.
الفنانتان رنا إبراهيم وكلير ديفيز يتناقشان الأعمال الفنية وينقلونها حول جدار أبيض.
This is a short film taken from Iraqi Women Art and War's exhibition Of Ordinary.
Sorry, this is the one part with audio description in Arabic and English. I think we can play the one without audio description, so it will be a quicker. Just a minute.
The following 6-minute film shows artworks that include still images of Iraqi women singing together in workshops, making mixed media artwork, and the artist team setting up online workshops and installing artworks with some of the women visiting the exhibition and talking about their experiences of the project. A group of women from the Iraqi Women Art and War project of...
Okay, maybe I'm mixing, so this is the right one.
Things, sharing extracts from Wall of Memories, a handcrafted collaged artwork responding to and representing Iraqi women's joyful and painful memories of their former life in Iraq.
هذا فيلم قصير مأخوذ من مشروع المرأة العراقية الفن والحرب. المعرض يدعى من الأشياء العادية. الفيلم يتناول مقتطفات من جدار الذكريات. هنا تم استعمال فن الكولاج اليدوي، وقد استجاب ومثل ذكريات النساء العراقيات المفرحة والمؤلمة عن حياتهن السابقة في العراق.
The work on the wall is comprised of the women's feelings about home and journey, and a series of small boxes filled with drawn, painted and collaged colour and black and white images. These are pasted inside and around each box. The boxes are individually set against transfer printed fabric, layered with yellow and orange and dark plum paint, with motifs of date palm trees. The word for palm tree in Arabic is feminine, and the palm tree motif throughout this artwork represents the strength of Iraqi women. The fabric is overprinted with dark grey squiggles and scratches and Arabic writing.
يتألف العمل من مجموعة صناديق معلقة على حائط تعبر عن مشاعر النساء تجاه المنزل والرحلة. وهناك سلسلة من الصناديق الصغيرة المليئة بالصور المرسومة والملونة والمجمعة بألوان منها الأبيض والأسود. يتم لصق الصور داخل وحول كل صندوق. تم وضع الصناديق بشكل فردي مقابل قماش مطبوع منقوش بطبقات صفراء وبرتقالي وطلاء ماروني داكن مع زخارف أشجار النخيل المنبثقة من خلال الألوان. كلمة النخلة باللغة العربية هي كلمة مؤنثة، وتمثل فكرة شجرة النخلة في هذا العمل الفني قوة المرأة العراقية كالنخلة الشامخة. النسيج مغطى بطباعة متعرجة رمادية داكنة وخدوش وكتابة باللغة العربية.
Rana places an art box against the wall, pressing it down.
تضع رنا صندوقا فنيا على الحائط وتضغط عليه ليلتصق.
The words in Arabic mean love and show the Iraqi culture's fondness of old civilization and Mesopotamia.
مكتوب كلمة الحب، وهنا تعبر عن ولع العراقيين بحضارتهم القديمة، حضارة ما بين النهرين بلاد وادي الرافدين.
Shadows fall across different boxes with varied contents. A box showing freedom made with wire.
تتساقط الظلال على صناديق مختلفة ذات محتويات متنوعة. صندوق يعبر عن الحرية وهناك أسلاك تخرج منه.
A box showing separation, change and displacement, made with images of planes, phones and female figures, showing fear of the future.
صندوق يعبر عن الفراق والتغيير واللجوء، في داخله طائرة وهاتف وصورة لامرأة حائرة تعبر عن الخوف من المستقبل المجهول.
Close-up of a box showing the Museum of Baghdad, with 2 nails on the side, denoting the eyes of Daesh.
صورة مقربة للصندوق يعبر عن المتحف العراقي مع مسمارين مثبتين على جانبه، تشير إلى عيون داعش الشريرة.
War and fear. Collaged images inside the box, fragmented black and white charcoal sketches of women's faces.
الحرب والخوف. صور مجمعة داخل صندوق لرسومات مجزأة باللونين الأسود والأبيض لوجوه نساء.
A face with no features. A face with tears and roughly drawn stick figures. In a home-based air raid shelter, windowless, dark, quiet. The sounds of dua being read in heartfelt whispers.
وجه بلا ملامح، وجه بالدموع، وشخصيات مرسومة بخطوط بسيطة مثل الإنسان تقريبا. غرفة للمأوى من الغارة الجوية المعادية في المنزل، بدون نوافذ، مظلمة، أصوات هادئة تقرأ الدعاء همسا في القلب.
The background fabric with printed layers of yellow, brown and grey, with splatters of soft red and slashes of dark grey, with 2 grey silhouettes of date palm trees, partially obliterated and angled away from each other as if falling. The words war and fear written in Arabic hidden among the slashes of grey.
كلمات الحرب والخوف مكتوبة باللغة العربية مخفية بين الشرائح الرمادية.
Giggles, laughter and love. Collaged images inside the box of smiling, chattering lips and teeth. Wedding and honeymoon time, especially important in wartime, to continue to build families as part of ordinary life.
قهقه وضحك وحب. صور مجمعة داخل صندوق لشفاه مبتسمة مع ظهور الأسنان تسلسل وتهلهل. حفلات الزفاف وشهر العسل من المهم بشكل خاص في وقت الحرب الاستمرار في بناء الأسر كجزء من الحياة العادية. مبنى قديم مسور بأعمدة مع البوابة. الخلفية متكونة من طلاء أخضر ووردي مخدوش بالفحم الأسود.
An old pillared gated building against green and pink paint wash, scratched through with black charcoal. On top of the boxes there are pictures of 2 small pots of honey, honeymoon. We see a wedding ring finger placed against the smiling mouth, showing modesty.
في أعلى الصندوق توجد صورة قنينتين من العسل ترمز لشهر العسل. نرى أصبع مع خاتم الزواج موضوعا على الفم المبتسم يظهر الحياة.
The background fabric shows a prominent date palm tree and splatters of bright red paint around it. The words giggles and laughter and love written at an angle.
يظهر النسيج الخلفي شجرة نخيل بارزة وتناثر من الطلاء الأحمر وفاتح حولها. الكلمات القهقه والضحك والحب مكتوبة في الزاوية.
Childhood. Collaged images of a small boy crouching and smiling in a green bucket with warm water being poured over him from a kettle, a white old sopa heater and the smell of halab soap.
مرحلة الطفولة. صور مجمعة تمثل الحمام العراقي لصبي صغير يجلس القرفصاء ويبتسم في داخل الدلو الأخضر ووالدته تسكب الماء الدافئ فوقه من الغلاية للاستحمام. المدفأة صوبة علاء الدين القديمة ورائحة صابون حلب أو صابون ركي.
Small gems are stuck along the inside top of the box, reflecting the light of the heater, and we see a small charcoal drawn face of a girl remembering her childhood bath time.
توجد أحجار تلمع صغيرة عالقة على سقف الصندوق بالداخل لتعكس ضوء المدفأة، ونرى وجها صغيرا مرسوما بالفحم لفتاة تتذكر وقت الاستحمام بطفولتها.
The words childhood are written in Arabic. The background fabric, a tree with printed layers of yellow and orange with slashes of grey.
الكلمات الطفولة مكتوبة باللغة العربية. النسيج الخلفي عبارة عن شجرة ذات طبقات مطبوعة باللونين الأصفر والبرتقالي مع خطوط مائلة من الرمادي.
Familial garden smells. This box is adorned with pictures of red, light, pink flowers and greenery of the garden, with a magnificent bright yellow and black butterfly with wings outstretched.
الروائح الزكية لحديقة عائلية. صندوق ريحة هلي مزين بصور زهور حمراء ووردية فاتحة وخضرة الحديقة مع فراشة رائعة صفراء زاهية وسوداء بأجنحة ممدودة.
Of ordinary sunset moments in the artist's mother's garden, with family, laughter, tears and tea. The background fabric shows date palm trees of different sizes and splatters of bright red, orange and yellow paint. Around it, Arabic writing saying the scent of my family and butterfly.
لحظات غروب الشمس العادية في حديقة والدتي مع العائلة. الأرجوحة وذكريات الضحك والدموع والشاي والسوالف الجميلة مع الأخوات والصديقات.
Obstacles. Black paper surfaces with mottled white marks.
العوائق. صندوق باللون الأسود مع علامات بيضاء مرقطة. تمت كتابة كلمة الحرب في الجزء العلوي من الصندوق، وهي جزء عادي من حياتنا لسنوات عديدة في العراق. 3 مسامير حادة صادئة دفع للأعلى عبر الأرضية سوداء من الصندوق والتي تمثل العوائق. خلف المسامير توجد خدوش بيضاء على الجدار الخلفي للصندوق مكتوب عليها كلمة حرب.
The word war written across the top of the box, an ordinary part of our lives for many years in Iraq. 3 sharp rusty nails push up through the black surface floor of the box, representing obstacles. Behind the nails, the back.
Hello. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Hear you. Yeah, it stopped by itself for some reason. So I think you get the idea. You can access the website and see the full film again if you like.
And I will just send the website on the chat for you. So this is the exhibition of ordinary things, which is the result of kind of 2 years project, 3 years project. While doing this as well, I did a lot of exhibition through the lockdown with another group I set up in Iraq with the artists in Iraq. So that's through the lockdown. So you can see this in a previous exhibition here. And the talk was, the project was over 11 weeks or 12 weeks online with the women based in Iraq and women around the world, especially from England. And then it's all about International Day of violence against women. So you can see objects made in Iraq by artists, and this is written, the description in Arabic and English. So the name of the artist, like here, Zina from Iraq, we have Zahra from Iraq, and this is expressing their feeling against violence against women. And another Zahra, and we have Shams, and we have Tandy from the UK. We have Lubna she's Iraqi and from UK as well. And Bobby is from UK. And we have Khalida from Iraq. And Beth, she very supportive lady from UK. And Nibal from Iraq, and myself, this is my collage artwork as well, and this one. And there is more to see in the website. I think I have 25 minutes now talking, and you have an idea about the project, but you can now, hopefully you can access the website and explore more, please. There is a blog here, there is more activity and things to see. And shop if you're interested to purchase some artwork to support Iraqi artists in Iraq as well here. And so that's the shop. We managed to purchase 2 pieces of art, and it's available. It's now this is art portrait made in Iraq from by artist Zainab, and it's for sale. And this bag as well, made in Iraq by an artist Nibal, also still in Iraq. So we're hoping to sell this to support them. So I'll stop sharing here. And then I can open it for questions, if you like. What do you think, Anne? Yeah.
Thank you. That was really,
Muted.
it was a beautiful film. Thank you, Rana.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Rana, you mentioned that the exhibition in the Museum of Oxford, that you gave it the title, or it was given the title of Ordinary Things. Could you tell us a bit more about how that title was arrived at, and also when that exhibition will be open for everyone to come and see?
Yes, thank you for the question. So Of Ordinary Things come out when I've started doing the idea, building the idea with my friends and artist support, which is Sarah Picthole and Claire, she's here from Abingdon. And when I talk to them about what I want to do, they come out with, oh, you want to share your ordinary things. how you used to live in Iraq during the war and things. So they suggested of Ordinary Things title, which is I definitely agreed with it. So it's representing how I feel and what I want to share with the British community or English community in the UK. So this is how it's come out, and also discussing with my group as well. What is the other question? Sorry.
When it's going to be on?
So that will be in April. Hopefully, we are working on with the Museum of Oxford. So exactly when the time, maybe end of April. I forgot now. Claire maybe can help me. So it's in April time, but it will be advertised definitely, and we will have the launch on the 11th of April. So yeah, definitely it will be 11th. No. So just I will find out exactly the date, but it will be in April, either in the middle or somewhere. But if you want to know exactly when, I would ask you, I will invite you to come to the talk. Will happen during the Women International Festival, Oxford Festival. So if you like to come, I will share again actually here on my website. So then while Claire maybe find the exact date.
I'll go and look for my diary. I think it's the 1st of April. Hang on.
Okay. So then if you go to Update News of Oxford, so this is where you can come to really in person visit the Museum of Oxford, which is that's on the 14th, 2 till 4 is the talk. So all you need is to visit my website and follow the link, and then you can book to come. Also, I'm going to do a talk in person as well in Museum Soldiers of Oxfordshire Museum on the 11th from 2 till 4, and then this one you will also come and have a tour in IWAW mini museum over there, and also explore the museum, and that's the soldier. So it's everything to book is here. So we have a fashion show during International Women's Day week, so you can book here, and I hope you can come and see more artwork, more fashion show related to different culture, of course, doing Iraqi one, and that's in the town hall Tuesday the 8th from 5 till 9. So there is a lot of, and there is food, Iraqi food, so you will taste Iraqi food as well. So that's, I will send the link to you.
Shall I just add a little bit more there, Rana?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you're running a workshop on the 14th of March at the Museum of Oxford.
Yes.
Which is using sort of art materials and discussion, and it's around experiences and views of what home means to us, what journeys mean to us, and what healing means to us. And the aim is that it's inclusive of women who've experienced war and forced migration, but also women who have very different experiences of what home and journey and healing mean to them. But I think it's open to everyone, not just women.
Yes.
Okay, and then your launch for the exhibition there is on the 1st of April, and some of the women from Iraqi Women Art War will be cooking beautiful food as part of your launch. And hopefully, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, Sally, yet, hopefully the Sea Green Singers will be singing in support of Rana and the project as well. So it'll be a lovely event.
Amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to say a little bit about Of Ordinary Things, it was inspired by some poetry that was written by an Iraqi woman poet, and it was around the valuing of ordinary things and the wish that one could have an ordinary time again, because war was such an extraordinary, although it's continued for a long time, an extraordinary kind of experience, and missing ordinary things. And women came and talked about things like potato peelers that they'd managed to bring with them to Oxford. And we went round and we took things out of our bags, just ordinary things that we had, and how special and important they were to people. And there was a story about the key ring, the key fob holder, that was very moving, about somebody received it after their sort of counselling that they'd had through around torture and stuff like that, and she held it in her bag every day. So that's where it came from as well.
Oh, thank you, Claire. That's amazing. That's why I managed to do the project with amazing people like Claire, and reminding so remembering it better than me, actually. Thank you.
You've got a lot on.
Thank you very much. Is there any more questions?
Claire, may I? Oh, Sally.
Rana, I was just wondering, is there any prospect yet of any of the women going back to Iraq, or is the situation there too dangerous and too bad for that to ever happen?
Yes, so it's really hard to go back to Iraq, and we always hear this terrifying stories from families still live there. So we don't hear it from media, actually. It's from directly coming from the people we love, and they still live there. I couldn't go back to Iraq for 18 years. Unfortunately, I've lost my father in 2009 due to terrorist attack in Baghdad and by Daesh or Al-Qaeda. He was killed in 2009, first day. I was hoping to say Happy New Year, but yeah, I've lost him. And that's what, this is one example I'm telling you, but there is a lot of horrible stories due to war. My mom, thanks God, she's still alive and she's still there. And all I can say that when I went there in Iraq in 2018, it was really something special. She didn't encourage me to come because she's scared something happened to me, but I went there to see her and see my family and do some following up my dream project and bring some stories from Iraq to here and build on IWAW project. And so it was like a trip for a journey back. So to Iraq and talk to people over there about art and how we can support them and things. It's on my YouTube channel if you like to see Baghdad. I only went to Baghdad, to be honest, to see Baghdad in 2018 before the lockdown. I think Lubna, she wants to talk because she's from Iraq and she wants to say something as well.
Thank you, Rana. Hello, everybody. I'm Lubna from Iraq. When you ask this question, Sally, my heart going faster moving because you ask, it's really hard question. I have been here 21 years. I live in the UK. I have 4 children. I can't go to Iraq. Nobody see my children. Still, I hope waiting one day I go and I see them. It's really hard to question. Everyone have different story, but we still live in this country. Thanks God to open this door for us, for this country to. We have people look after us. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm sorry for hurting you, but I felt it's important that we know.
Yeah. Thank you for asking this question. But when everybody, there is a lot of women from Iraq. When everyone asks us this question, we still live in this pain. But this is our home now. This is our children born here, and we still hope one day go and visit our family. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lubna. Yeah. And Tawhida, yeah.
So, I'm not from Iraq, I'm from Bangladesh, but there was a situation of where I had to come in UK as a young child, teenager. It's not that easy, once you left your country and you come to a new country, you get so used to that culture because, there is a saying in my country, na udarka na idarka. That means, when we go to our country, they treat us like we are foreigner, they treat us like a foreigner. When we come in here, every form is say, what's your nationality? You think this is my nationality. I live in UK. So we get treated in here like we are foreigner. When we go to our own country, they call us a foreigner. And sometimes I ask myself that question, where I belong to. If this is not my home, that I feel is my home, but somehow it's, sometimes you get a feeling, an impression that you not belong to here, and you think, what is my identity? Who I am actually, If I'm, living in a country trying to be one of person and trying to have a belong, and create your own identity, and so it's really difficult, when you come from other country, when you feel like somehow you're not accepted still, and you don't have anywhere else you to go, you think, okay, who I am, so it's kind of give you a little bit insecurity inside you because you don't have the sense of belonging. So I think, a lot of us carry it, and, every form and everything, you do, they ask for your nationality. Although I have British citizen, I'm trying to learn the language, live in here, try to be, this is my home, but one way or other, sometimes you feel like, you are not part of this, and you think, why I'm not part of, why I'm different because of my skin color. But at the end of the day, we all are human being, that our main identity is we are human. If we could be small, tall, big, but end of the day, we all have the same blood, if I cut my finger, if you cut your finger, the blood is red, we got same flesh, everything is quite similar, isn't it? So, and it's that identity thing, when I think, yeah, especially I think, where I come from, culturally, the women they have no identity almost, because you born as a girl and you get told you are only there for a few days, you have to go in another family, and you go to a marriage, you married into family, and then you go and they tell you you're not part of our family, and you think, okay, who I am then? So it's kind of same with, I think, in country, we never get accepted by anyone.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Tawhida, for telling us of your own personal experiences and feelings. Thank you.
Thank you, Tawhida.
Thank you very much. So that's why this project is important. It's like to give a space to the women to talk about their feelings. It's really, I mean, we have a lot of voices, we have a lot of opinion, and that's this project hopefully to give a space and platform to talk about it with you, like with your group, with everyone else, and whoever who interested and listen, and to stop war. We don't want war. This is actually the idea of the project is we want peace, like your title is peace, and that's why I was really thankful for the invitation to Claire, to me, and it's really is a very good way of talking about us. And this is only 1, 2 example, 3, but there is more to experience. Yeah, thank you. Is there any more questions?
I think you also have an event in Didcot. Could you tell us what shape that will take and how, why Didcot? I mean, why not Didcot, but why Didcot?
Oh, Sally, she's the one to speak, yeah?
Yeah, and I can answer that. It was planned for March in the Cornerstone Art Gallery, but unfortunately that had to be closed because they've had boiler problems for the whole of March. So it's there's an exhibition called the Gentle Art of Peace, the Glorious Art of Peace, which is being put on by the Movement for the Abolition of War, starting in the first week in April. And we are trying to organise an event right at the end of April, probably on Saturday, April 28th, or possibly on Thursday evening, April 26th. And that's going to be a concert by Sea Green Singers and Rana giving her talk and maybe showing the film again. So, but that's still to be arranged, and you'll get plenty of notice of it. But end of April is the answer.
Can I add that I'm planning to do an artwork with Claire to do something related to healing, hopefully, which is reflect the topic of Didcot. Revolution and things. So this is still the initial plan. Watch out for the artwork together with Claire. So hopefully we will exhibit this. Am I right, Claire? Yeah. Thank you.
Claire, may I ask how you yourself became involved in Rana's work?
Yeah, I mean, Rana knows the background more than me, but there was a joint sort of mutual connection that we both have called Sarah, who helped with the funding application. And Rana, you can explain how you got that. But as part of that help from the Arts Council, you were invited to bring in another artist to support you with the sort of arts aspect of it, and that was me, luckily, and feel very privileged and happy that it was me. It was a great project to be involved in. Do you want to add to that, Rana?
Yes, yeah, I mean, this is, so Sarah, she is the person who I've met during the Transformers program with the Museum Association, and she was one of the panelists there and supporting a lot of different ideas, which is including myself. And please also find the Transformers program idea is on my website as well, where it's come from and things, because my background is archaeology. I'm a museum professional person, so I work in a museum over 20 years now in Iraq and the UK. So involving with the Museum Association through this program is a great opportunity, and that's opened the door for me to meet brilliant people like Sarah Pickthall, and then she introduced me to Claire, and Claire introduced me to her friend Shirley. She's a musician artist as well, and then Lauren, also through Claire or Sarah, another artist, and then the filmmaker, Iraqi filmmaker, through my women group, Riman, she's involved as well with the Of Ordinary Things exhibition. So all these brilliant women supported the idea of Ordinary Things and myself. And we became as a family, and they met all the women. And this is how it's starting building on the exhibition and the project, and we're hoping to carry on. So we want your support all the time. And also, you know, always the problem is the funding. So I'm applying for funding all the time and to support myself, because I'm doing my job in a museum and as well as doing this. So it's like a 24/7 actually working to carry on with the projects. And I'm hoping to have the museum at the end and to make it a charity and all this story, but need the time. It's a long-term goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Rana. Thank you. Sarah, did I see your hand raised? Sarah, yes, Sarah Oxford.
You did, yes, thank you. I'm to do with the Sea Green Singers, Rana, and there are a number of people on this call who are also Sea Green Singers. I'm very self-conscious that we are in a pretty much exclusively white group of people singing songs of solidarity, songs about peace, songs about war, but we're not making any connection. And I'm wondering if there is any way to do this with Iraqi women who make music, because it seems to me that, you know, as I say, I'm feeling very self-conscious that should we be there involved in such a thing, there's nothing wrong with our message, but I'm just wondering if there's any connection or any way we could be making a connection with Iraqi women. You had it at the beginning of one of your films who are singing, and maybe they have songs about how it has been for them in Iraq during the very tough times. I asked that question broadly. Other Sea Green Singers might like to elaborate if they feel the same.
Yes, so this is really great question, because we like music, we like to sing as well, and we think it's like art, so it's helping us. But we are not professional singers, definitely. But we're happy to do some collaboration if you like. But the things is the songs in Arabic. So how we make it easy for, I don't know, we need to work together if we can. You can sing some Arabic song related to our culture, or yeah, so, and the music and things, definitely, yeah. I'm open.
How would we make the connection? Do you have any ideas?
I mean, it's just, I know Claire said something about some songs easy to remember and to say from English point of view. Claire, do you remember we have a chat like this?
Yeah, yes. We've talked about that, Sarah, as a possibility of maybe gathering together with some Iraqi women, and maybe there's some simple Arabic songs that Sea Green Singers could learn, or at least one maybe that's very simple and repetitive and beautiful. So we're kind of doing a little bit of research and trying to find something out, but it would be good to talk to you about that maybe after today. If you were interested, that would be great.
Yeah, I think
you already sing one verse in Arabic of a song about bringing peace. The other verses are English and Hebrew. So, you know, we have it, the idea, the concept of singing in Arabic, it's not an impossibility. However, I would like to suggest that 2 or 3 of your members might like to come and sing with us in English mostly. But we're none of us, well, maybe very few of us are professional singers. We just come off the street, as you might say.
Yes, don't worry about that. I mean, we are certainly not. What we're interested in is the message.
Yes.
We're interested in the messages that we sing about.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's always starting point. So this is a kind of starting point chat today, and this need to introduce this idea to my group and see who is interested to join you for singing, but has to be related to the project, I guess. So to make it more sense, so to support the project more. and to flow with the idea of Iraqi women art and war, I guess. But maybe I just need to talk about it, because the focus now is art, and then they are really like to cook. So the food is the second priority, and then maybe singing as well. Why not? Yeah.
Well, you have my email address, I think, because Sally, we've been in an email exchange about the organising the opportunity for us to sing at your exhibition. So if we could, you know, continue this conversation at some other point once you've had a think, and we'll have a think. I think it would be very good. We are members of a campaign choir group all over the country, different choirs all over the country who sing like us. And there are certainly examples in other cities where people have made really good links with other groups. And yes, we're not pretending that we're going to learn Arabic. You know, well, we could learn enough to sing a song, but you know, it's just making that connection, I think, and making it clear that we don't want to feel like we're, you know, as I say, it just feels self-conscious to me. Sorry, other Sea Green singers may want to add or detract from that, but I just feel a bit self-conscious coming to an exhibition, especially if there are, and singing, especially if there are women there from your group who could sing and be more appropriate, let's put it like that, than us.
Yes, yeah, of course. I mean, the Of Ordinary Thing exhibition will be exhibited for maybe 5 months or 6 months in the Museum of Oxford. So maybe we can do some workshop with your group, inviting my group as well, and we try something related to the exhibition. This is how I'm thinking now. It's just to make it link to the exhibition, and we found some words and did suggestion from my group, and then we can sing it together, if you like.
Yeah, there was a sound artist working on the project with you, Rana, wasn't there, called Shirley, and she did quite a lot of encouraging the women to sing, and she recorded them, and they did some lovely stuff while we were doing the artwork, sometimes in the kitchen cooking and singing, or singing during lunchtime and stuff like that. So there's definitely some lovely singers in that group, and I'm sure most of them could join in if they wanted to.
Yeah, it's just encouraging, you know. It's always with a community group, they like to be together. They support each other and encouraging each other. So if one sing, the other one, yeah, I want to join. And then it's like when we did, I think they did a brilliant song with the Little Amal project, if you heard about it. So they did this song together in a broad street when Little Amal visited Oxford. Yeah, so it was really good. And people start, you know, repeating or dancing on it, you know. So that's another option. Yeah, it's always a starting point, and this is the one. I think I will wait for the exhibition to be live, and then we can do something together in a music way.
Yeah, that sounds good. Any Mike.
Right. Yeah. Going back to the early part of your talk, you showed us many small images, which were very expressive looking, very attractive, and there were so many of them. And one wants to see a bigger version of them, and maybe from your website with fully enlarged images. But I just like to have a sense of how many people are involved in making all this stuff. It's very good stuff.
Thank you very much. Are you talking about the small boxes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about all the work that your workshop does.
So the work, the exhibition have the map and have the zigzag book, which is the book of memories of different women. We have the small boxes, which is made by myself as a collage artist, inspired by my story and other women's stories. We did this with the Claire as well. She helped me during the lockdown, because unfortunately the plan was to do a lot of workshop with the women in person, but then the COVID hit us and we couldn't do it. And then we did it online via Zoom. And with the Claire, when is slightly open the time when we could meet again. And I did it by myself at home as a collage. So the idea built slightly shifted because of the lockdown. And there is also object made through the workshop, which is pottery. So you can see in the exhibition a pottery made by the women. And also we have the timeline part of how we started, also collage. So most of the work was visual through Zoom, sorry, but I was doing it at home during the lockdown just to finish as much as I can with the work we did with the women before, and then we build on one exhibition. And we're hoping to build on more when is the exhibition live, and we do more workshop. Yes.
Yeah, the lockdown must have been very, very difficult for you, and doing it on Zoom, not easy.
It's
but,
really
I would love to have a sense of how many people are involved in your project. Just a rough number. Sorry? Yeah.
How many people? Yeah, so we have around 10 women with us, and you know, a lot of women who suffered through the lockdown. They maybe not really like Zoom. They didn't like Zoom a lot. Some of them they liked, some of them they didn't. So it was really a bit hard to cope with the pandemic, unfortunately, for everyone. However, saying this, I found myself, I built on my artwork during the lockdown, believe or not. So my collage artwork flourished during the lockdown. I was maybe treating myself mentally through this artwork. So if you're coming to Soldier Museum, you will see in a mini museum my collage artwork and expressing myself in a different theme. So yeah, so it's varying. So we have around 10 people, then some of them carry on Zoom, some of them just give idea without engaging directly.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Have we got perhaps a final question for Rana from anyone who, Sarah?
Well, I haven't got a question for Rana, I'm afraid, but I just want to tell you that as well as being a very clear and moving speaker, Tawhida is an amazing cook. She produced beautiful samosas for my little birthday party last year, and I was delighted to be able to see her again today. So thank you, Tawhida.
Thank you. I love cooking. I enjoy cooking, you know.
Well,
and it's make me happy when I get feedback, you know.
Well, we all loved it.
Oh, that's really nice.
Oh.
So that's one thing. Come to our talk or any event we're doing related to Iraqi Women Art War, and then there will always be food for you to taste different food.
Oh. Well, Rana, we just really like to wish you all the very best, to you and to all the women involved in this ongoing project, and both through our network from Abingdon Peace Group and from Sea Green Singers as well, and the personal networks. We will do our very best to promote and publicize what you're doing in the exhibition in the Museum of Oxford, the events in the International Women's Festival, and also in the Cornerstone Art Centre in Didcot. And may it go from strength to strength. Thank you very, very much for coming this evening, and thank you to everyone far and near for joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much.